Hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to Vantage webinars. Can you guys hear me clearly? All right, here we just wait for 1 minute for everyone to tune in, and then we'll start the session. Okay. All right. I think some of you guys already here. Shall we just start? Again, welcome everyone to Vantage webinars. So today is just about breaking news and setup. So basically about live trading. If you have any specific instrument you want me to have a look for you, just send in the request. All right. And before I start the webinar, disclaimer first. Everything in this video is purely education in nature. All right, nothing should be considered as investment recommendation. And risk warning: trading forex and CFD carries significant risk to your capital and is may not suitable for all investors. Okay. And that's about myself. My name is Peggy. I'm an investment analyst and a prop trader. All right. So before we look at our chart, give me a second. Oh, we're gonna look at economic calendar or any high impact news coming today or entire week. Ooh. All right. So right here. Should we just change the time zone? Oh, UTC. Okay. So basically the time zone I will use the UTC time zone, all right? So you just change according where you live. So what you can see here on the screen, June 23rd, which is Monday today. There's the news just came out for UISD. You can see that the actual is 47.8, which is less than forecast, right? Let me pull out the year. Okay. I remove first. Okay. I just saw the okay. You can see that. So this is you can say that it's a negative for euro. Okay. And another one, which is the upcoming, we have the GBP, okay, at 8:30 AM. It's coming about PMI as well. So I think it's kind of the mixtures of, like, you know, the data, because you look at the screen here, the manufacturing PMI, okay, it's like less than forecast, but you look at the Germany fresh services PMI is higher than expected. So I went to see the EURUSD just now. You can see, just like you look over here, which is as like 3, right? Just go to look at the chart here. You can see it's nothing much change. It just kind of like spike up and down here, and it seems like they can't break above like the supply zone here and then like keep falling, I think this news it may not affect the currency. Okay, maybe to later today we're going to have the PMI coming up for the US dollar. I think this might be affecting the currency like EURUSD or anything that pair with US dollar. Okay, and Tuesday we have 12:30 p.m. for Canadian dollars CPI. So just take note of this as well. And 2 p.m. GBP and US dollar. So this high impact news coming up on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We also have another new for GBP and US dollar. And Friday, June 27, 12:30 p.m. we have GDP for Canadian dollars and US dollar for core CPE. So this high impact news coming up. Just take note of this. So basically, whenever we look at the economic candles, right? If high impact news coming, either if you have any position open, either if you're happy with profit, just close it, or you wait for the news to be released first, and then you trade. Okay, like at least 2 to 3 or 5 minutes after the new release. Okay, try not to enter the trade within like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, or even like 30 minutes, okay, before the new release, right? Okay, so shall we just look at our technical analysis here? Again, for the fundamental, basically, I think I combine technical and fundamentals like 70%, 70 to 80% is technical analysis, and maybe 20 to 30% about fundamental. Okay, I'm not purely based on fundamental only. Okay, so anyway, look at the dollar index first. I will go on a higher time frame, which is monthly. We will do okay, like over here. Okay, you want to look at the monthly time frame. What we can see that price. I would say this is okay. I would say this is the kind of like resistance level. Okay, and I would just pick this one as my first support because over here for the monthly time frame, this is have another demand as well. Okay. Go back. We zoom in to weekly time frame. What you can see here. I will move down. This one it could be the. I don't put here for first resistance level because I spot the divergence right here. So this is very strong bullish divergence because it's happened in higher time frame. So you can push the price even higher. Okay, this is our bullish divergence. So basically, the dollar will might potentially to this rising to this resistance level, and you also can see that based on weekly candle, this one you could identify as your supply. So basically we have supply zone and we also have like resistance level somewhere around here. So it's make the zone even stronger when you see supply and resistance. Okay, and another one we zoom in even to D1 time frame. In the D1 time frame for the dollar, you also can see that this is your bullish divergence as well, right? You can see that. So for the D1 time frame, I would identify this is my first resistance for the D1. The weekly first resistance, that's gonna be my second resistance for D1 time frame. And this one, I would say my first support. And this one, I would say my second support. All right. Oh, why it's right there? Let me see. Okay. Now, look here. Okay, so based on H4, I consider myself is a day trade, right? day trade, meaning we close the position within the day. This one, you would identify your first support for H4. You can see that this is a divergence right here, right? H1 price closing with your price action, okay, and then they create the double top here, and then this also look like your chart pattern, which is your W price falling, okay, to your neckline here and then rising, right? So your chart pattern. Okay, so for H4, I would adjust my resistance a little bit. This one, I would identify my first resistance level, and this one, no, wait, let me, no. Okay, let me remove that one first. Okay. My first resistance right here, and the next resistance level, I would say this level, even though that quite far off, that would be 1, 2, maybe 3 there. Okay. Okay, that way I left the restriction. Okay, good. That's good. Let me review. I try to find second resistance level. Okay, that's perfect. We have 61.8%. That is line up closely with our second resistance level, and we also have another one which is extension. Okay, you can see that. Oh no, not extension, projection. Okay, this is my projection. We'll just change the number, which is see. Okay, so right, you can see that either price might rising to first resistance and making the divergence here, because you were to look at the RSI. You look at the RSI, this one might make a high. This is gonna be bearish divergence. It's probably going to reverse from your first resistance level, and here might be the divergence here, but you might need to wait for the price make high first. Okay. Okay. Anyway, let's continue to the EURUSD. Okay. Like today we know that market open, there's a gap down, gap up, a gap should be like gap up. Okay, gap down first, and then now it's like closing the gap already. So last week price closing with your bullish candle, but you can see the rejection. Why? Because this is their supply zone, right? This is their supply zone. I look in the weekly, which is last week closing with kind of like your price action over here, right? And I spotted the divergence here on the weekly time frame. So basically this week, okay, for this week we will look for sell for the EURUSD. Okay, D1. Okay, for last week you can see the divergence here, and then price also rejected from your supply, and the D1, this is your kind of like first support level. Okay, you can see that. We go to H4 and have a look. Right, you can see there's a gap down, and then after that I think that should like this level should have the pending order, right? You can see that rising from here, the buyer just buy up, and closing gap. Okay, let's identify the resistance level. You look here, right? Over here, for the first time price come for the neckline, if you were to identify your M pattern, rising and falling and bounce off, why price come to this level, almost hit your 61.8%, where it's 50, but closing 50% pip and then gap down, right? You can see that. So when we zoom in to see why price falling from this level, when you zoom into H1, what do you see? You see there's a 50% fib level, and you also can see that they also have another supply zone here. So this one would say your first resistance level. And what to see when you go to zoom and see there's a divergence here as well. Okay, price is falling. So I would just say this is my first resistance. I will do the analysis based on H1 time frame. So this is my first resistance level. Okay. This is the price. Right? Let's say if price rising, if you see no confirmation, you should wait for the next sell zone, which is this level. This one, I would identify my second resistance level. And this is very nice zone to sell because you also see there's a demand, not demand, supply here. I give you the zone. Okay. So what we want to see, if price rising, you see the rejection and then you sell. This one would be my buy entry, which is price already went up, coming down, gap, or the gap, all the way gap, and then, you know, support, which is pending order, and then rising. We'll just say this is the first support. This one, we could identify second support level. Okay. If there's a new coming, so don't trade. You wait for change color better. This the oof. Why not same color? Okay, repeat this one. Okay. Okay, like that. So here or here or the next one. Above that, second resistance that should lie up close to 61.8% fib level. Okay. I know that there's like many spamming messages. I can't see if you send a request. I just go through all those are major. Okay. Now we're moving on to the GBP/USD on a higher time frame. Look monthly rejection, price came from this supply. It's already almost over 61.8. Okay, weekly closing with price action. There's a divergence here as well. Okay. And that you can see this is your supply. Okay. D1. Divergence. Okay, price came from your resistance level. Okay. This is gonna be the support. This is divergence. H4. Okay, so H4 I will adjust a little bit. For H4, this is the level for you to sell. We're not going to sell here back up again. Right at this level. Okay. I just keep the don't remove. Okay. I'm still waiting at the level. Okay. And of course, slightly below we have the supply or bearish of the block. So if you want to sell at the other block here, you see confirmation, okay, you sell. Okay, if you don't see, you don't sell. Then you wait for first resistance right there. This is your first support, right? My second support is right here. Okay. This second support, I think also line up with the extension 161.8, maybe slightly like there. And what you see below here is also have like demand. Okay, there's a demand zone. demand zone right here. So I give you the price at this level. So okay, based on H4 price come from the resistance level, they created the M pattern or equal high, right? And then falling, make a lower low, lower high. If price break, continue to go down theory, something like that. Right. So now we will see if price could go below, if close below, pull back from your support level, it's gonna be your pullback resistance. Okay. So this is the price. Just take note of the key level. Okay, so Vantage H4, I think price will break the trend line. I consider it a trend line, but actually the confirmation that is changing, which is this imbalance, which is this candle, right? So to see, yeah, right? Because this is the support level, you can see the imbalance here close this candle. Oof. This one. Can I make it another color? No, not this long one. Okay, brush. I want to use the brush. This one, right? This candle, you can see that. Change the color to yellow. No, can't see. Okay, this one, right? You can see that imbalance, which is close below, break your support level. So it's gonna be your pullback resistance. Okay, so they're gonna kind of make a lower low, lower high, something like that. Okay, just take note of this key level. All right. Okay, continue. On the USD share chart, the resistance, I think I highlighted in last week. Okay, this is due to be the resistance number, right? You can see that. You can see it slightly rejected and then they break above. They kind of pull back. So this is your pullback support. So basically USD share based on H4 time frame is ranging. Okay, but I might want to adjust the level. I may not look at this key level anymore. That another level I'm looking for, which is this one. Okay. That will be how many percent? 50% fit, maybe. Okay, 38.2. Okay, I picked 38.2, which is closer. So this is the zone. So basically, based on like I just mentioned, H4 is just ranging for USD CHF. And this is the price. This is the price. You can see those a lot of rejection. Okay, if you draw the Fibo, right? You can zoom in to see. You can see that break above, rejection. You can see the wick. Okay, so the upper, this is the upper, this is the lower. What if price break above your first resistance? The next resistance level, again, guys, if you don't have time to monitor your chart, you just put the notification. Okay, whenever price close above first resistance, okay, rising to a second resistance, and then you may open and see if it's a confirmation, rejection, and then you sell at second resistance. If price break, you can set the notification. Okay, this level. Good. Okay, so the second support I will put is I look to the left. This is very nice overlap support level. Okay, this is my second support level. This one should be 38 and 61.86. Right, this is very nice level. Okay, H4 is still on the bearish trend. Okay, actually it's got the okay in the bearish trend. Okay, so where is our low? The recent one recent high here. This is your low, lower low, lower high. Maybe you can say the lower low here or lower low here, lower low here, and lower low, lower high, and maybe go lower, right? And I spot the chart pattern. Do you see the chart pattern here? Yes. This is like, you know, chart pattern, right? Yeah. Is it here? Right? Then they break. Okay, still within the bearish channel as well. Like this one. Yeah. Right? It looks like triangle, something like that. Yeah. Okay. You can see that one falling. So basically, yep, sideways in H4. All right. USD. Okay guys, I can't see your request. Okay, if you sent, because there's so many spamming messages. Oh, break. What happening here? Okay. This one I would say my first resistance. You may consider to sell here. I think it's already overbought. Yeah, right? You can already overbought. Okay, may consider to sell. You see JPY here. This is your pullback support level. Next resistance is right here. Right? You can look here like, wow, boom. Where I can draw. Go to the, okay. In the D1, okay, if you were to look at market structure, I think price changing since here, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Start to get a higher. No. Maybe in the lower time frame, you might see that changing the momentum in H4, right? Okay. Right here. Okay. From the high, which one is the high of the H4, the recent high? The recent high to be here. Okay, if I were to look for H4, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and higher high, right? And they have kind of a small pullback, which is about 50% fib, right here. You can see that. And then continue to go rising. And what do you see here? They continue to make the higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and higher high, right? You can see that. So this is done. Okay, moving on. So basically for wait to sell at this level. Okay. This is the level. Second support. Okay, right here. And the next one is right here. Okay, so just take note of this level. We'll pick this. That one would be projection. Where is, okay. 200% projection. It's about, you can see that you can see the rejection because this could be the zone, which is the 161.8 projection. So Oof. Right. Okay. Give you the price. Okay. Now price go to the zone. You can see the rejection. Can we go to the lower time frame? What do you see? Are we okay to sell? Yes, right? Now price go in the zone. My confirmation, I really see that. You can sell, you can sell. Okay, UJ for the pullback. Okay, this is your sell zone. Okay, so this is your sell zone right here. Boom, boom. Overbought as well. All right. Okay, you see that lovely price, like divergence in M1 in here. Okay, it might rising to the you may like pull back to here in the lower time frame if you want to like get in. The let's see. Okay, so basically your sell zone in H4. Fine. Okay. Right. So sell zone, our confirmation is already in. So I want to see price falling here. Okay, for the UJ. Right, lovely. And have bunch. Okay, for the UCAT of okay. My first resistance is still right here. I think this one I seen like last week. You can see the price coming. If you want to like look here support level, this one you may consider with your for breakout. Okay, let me go to the M15 to see how M15 look like, right? Let's say here, if you just trade in a lower time frame, you may think that okay, your first support is already black below. Right, this is your support level. Okay, you can see it seems like they break below how many pips? About 50 pips plus M15, right? Now, in the lower time frame, I go to H4 again. At this level, you can see your price action here. In H4, what is happening here? I think they go to this level. It is, yeah, we can see that. Go to this level. Don't you see, right? And rising for your support level. Right here. The first resistance. Okay, let me adjust the level. Let in H4. I would pick this is my first resistance level. Okay, I would pick this is my first resistance level. This one is my second support. This is my first support. Okay, right here. My next resistance level. This is my second picture. Second resistance of no. Right here. Okay. All right. Now I will spend time a little bit here on the UISD. This one was my analysis last week. Come down here, go to the take profit, and then I think that okay, price may come to like this level, which is somewhere around here. You can just slightly rejection and then falling to the supply, to the supply zone here, support. Okay, now on the higher time frame, let me move. Okay, go back to the on higher time frame. Monthly time frame, I would think that price still on the bearish. This is a supply. Okay, weekly adjust the level D1 price closing your valid end gap. This one, right? That's why price, go to the box, then falling. Okay, the this is their support for D1. That's why you can see the rejection and price rising. Okay, it's falling about 50. Okay, H4, what happening here, right? In H4 time frame, if you want to adjust, this was the support level last week, right? Like here, if you put the wick and then if you put the body here, but if you highlight the zone, this is going to be your zone, right? Right here. And this one was your first resistance level for H4. This is the first support. Okay. And this one, we also have 50% within the zone, right? So the next resistance or the next sell zone, this may not look like a resistance level, but this is a sell zone. I refer to 78.6 cent fib level. Okay, I go to H1. Anyone buy from this one? Yes, below this first support, you will buy from this because this is your order block. Your right, your demand, there is a demand here. We zoom in, right, to see, right? Oof. See that price come to your demand and rising. We buy from there, and then you can see the M5 reliably price action. Okay, so now if you want to sell, okay, this is gonna be your sell zone based on the M15, which is we have FVG of fair value gap right here. So this is gonna be your sell zone, okay? That would be 3372 to 3372. I adjust a little bit. This is gonna be the zone, but this is the FVG, but let me go to the M15 to find the level. Okay. 50%, the lower. I will just leave the zone like that, okay? 50 to 61.8. So basically this is the zone if you want to sell. Okay. You see that M5 price falling to this level is also is a M15 support level from this level. Right, hidden like here. If you go to level here, this is just like 20 pip below, could say for breakout this level, right? You can see that you identify the support level in the lower time frame. Again, if you want to draw support resistance, you can draw any time frame. It depends. Okay, the type of the trader, your swing, your scalper, or your day trader, or your position trader. Usually for the scalper, we will look on the lower time frame, like M15 or even sometimes M5, or sometimes I even look at M1. Okay. Of course, if you look on the lower time frame, there will be a lot of noises as well. Okay, higher time frame recommended for the new trader, but if you experienced trader, any time frame you can trade. Okay, so these are key level. I will do trade setup based on M15, so you can sell this level. Okay, this level. Right? Any question? Or we'll see the application inbox. Why you guys sending so many spamming messages, guys? Like there's so many texts here. I can't see. Anyway, okay, so I cover almost finished. I will cover one more is oil. There's divergence here basically like in H4. Okay, let me go on a high time frame and look for the level. Okay, what I can see here, M1 monthly time frame first resistance right here. This is my first resistance level. Right, my first resistance. Or if I suddenly go back somewhere around here, but they put it poorly. Okay. Fraction weekly right here. Look at the D1. You can see this overbought as well. When price come from the what is stop here? The level. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let me look for the P level. Any other block that caused the price falling. And this one resistance level. I would just say this my resistance level is just a gap up. Right now they close the gap, right? So I would pick this gonna be your buy entry. The safe one, we have the demand here as well. Right? So this here. Red. Oh, green. The support and demand. This is the price. Plus minus a few pip. Okay, wait for price to come in your zone. And my next right here, are we gonna pick here? If you pick here from this right, you will get the buy entry right there. But yeah, it's gonna be second support. Okay. There's a like I saw the divergence here as well. What's the indicator? The next resistance right here. Okay. I cover all a rising dollar. This is falling. GU also kind of falling. USD share sideways or ranging. This one I was like, I see the confirmation, and I see that price might gonna make the double top. Okay, it might gonna make a double top here in M5. We'll see. Like here. Yep, I will see that. Okay, that might die. We're gonna make like that. I'm gonna do like that. Okay, we don't know. We need to wait for this pricing within the zone. If you want to sell at your own risk, okay? You can take risk, go ahead. That is our sell zone. This is where you put a stop loss above the extension if you want to use, if you want to trade. Put above 161.8. So it's how many pips above? You just put like more than 10 pips. Or you can put above 147 as well. Like, you know, if you enter here, your stop loss, like put 20 pips, or you cannot go for it, like 10 pips. Okay, see within the zone, like this zone, we just monitor this level. Okay, monitor this level. Any request? Okay, let's look at silver. Silver, wow. What is this? Okay, monthly pullback support. Maybe that will be extension. 127. Okay, so D1. Okay, D1 sell, right? Because we saw the divergence here. Okay, so this is H4, where we're gonna sell. This is my first resistance. I will pick 50%. And this one is gonna be your sell zone. Okay. I put here for the just a week high or week low or for support based on the week. Okay, and the next resistance level, of course, at the the recent high. Second resistance level, okay, and next, this one is gonna be your second support. Okay, this is my level. Okay. Okay, you guys have any question? I still have like, 5 minutes to go. Okay, let me just finish up with one last pair for the Dow Jones. Okay, for Dow Jones, I will just say this is my first resistance. Okay, weekly. And you can see that price come from your demand. This is your first support. second resistance, second support. So this is a key level. Just take notes, okay? This is the level. This is 61.8%. Okay. All right, guys. Any question? There's so many like spam messages. I can't even see. All right. Okay, guys, that should be all for today. Okay. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, I hope to see you guys again in the next webinars. Okay, the dollar still rising. Okay, this is still within the like rising to the extension. Okay, see whether they're gonna make the rate go up all the way there, like here or here. Okay, all right, guys, thank you so much for joining. I hope to see you guys again in the next webinars. Happy trading. Bye for now. Take care.